Right, okay, so when we go to this and you got your student password and your login and all that set it up, um, we look to log in through this button, all right, and it'll bring you to this. Okay, so this is your homepage to the Rugby Academy, and you're part of a 2-year course. Okay, so you'll find that it'll say year one module land page and you'll have year two module land page. For this year, we are going to only worry about the year one module land page. Okay, so all these things on the left hand side, you don't have to really worry about. Okay, the one thing that I want you just to look at is this land page. So we click on this, okay, it'll bring up then all your units that you need to look at for this year. Okay, so these are 2 exams. All right, so at some stage we're going to have a Teams call, or we're going to get together and have a look and see, I'll give the dates for these exams, and it would be good that if we could try and get work, or if you're able to tell them for those 2, days, you need to get out for a couple of hours to go and sit these. Everything else on this then is internal units. Okay, so you will click into these. So let's take an example. Okay, so coaching for performance, if you click into that, you'll come up with 3 destinations. You can go to your PowerPoints, which is all the information. You can go to assessments. That's where you're going to upload some of your coursework. And then if there's anything that is additional that wasn't in the PowerPoints, will be hosted here. Okay, so if I went into your PowerPoints, what you'll have here is you'll have all the lecture notes that we go through. Okay, so you can see week 4 to week 12. These don't really maybe apply to you as much because you are working blended learning, so you're working outside of your your own employment. So what you look at is these ones. Okay, so don't worry about the student paste, look at the ones from coaching. What I might do in the future, and I will tell you if we do this, is actually let these happen, and these, so that you would actually have some activities in the Nearpod where you can go to this link, fill it in, answer some of the questions, and then I'll come back and I can mark it for you and I can look at it. Okay, but the idea behind these are not assessed. It's just a way to ensure that you're getting a full range of learning, and that you have a chance to show your understanding between four. So that would be lecture 1, and this would be your couple of activities in there with lecture 1 to see if how we're getting on with that. Okay, when you get to here at the very bottom of A5, then this is the first assessment. Okay, so when we get down to here, you be ready to do your first assessment. Okay, when you do that, click return. Okay, and then you're going to go into the unit assessments, and when you click into there, you'll have these assessment 1, assessment 2, assessment 3. Okay, so they should load up. If they don't, just go in and click on the assessment. Okay, and that'll take you to what the assessment brief is. Okay, now those, don't worry about those dates. This is an example. It's a test student example, but you'll see this. Okay, and the dates will change for you. Okay, so it'll be obviously hand and date. We'll give you dates that may apply to you, but the deadlines are flexible because obviously of work commitments. Okay, but you'll each always have a vocational scenario. Okay, so that's telling you that you are going to be, in this one, you're coaching a youth sports team, and you're going to apply for a role as a professional coach with an RDS squad, so like a regional development squad. Okay, and you'll want to then be asked to prepare a presentation. All right, and in that, the task will be for your understanding of skills and knowledge of coaches, of professional qualities, best practice, methods that the coach would use, and all these just things that are actually linked back to if I go back in here, they're linked back to your all your PowerPoints. Okay, so what we look at, if you go in here, you'll see on the PowerPoints, on the left hand side you have A1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so if you see skills and knowledge, qualities for coaching, best practice, methods supporting, and we go back to these, there you go with the skills and knowledge, professional qualities, best practice, methods, and use of technology. So all the information you require there in a PowerPoint presentation, it will be found in these PowerPoints. Okay, so all the information is going to be in there. When you are ready to do it, and these are your criteria. Okay, so when you look to analyze coaching, this is the distinction criteria. Okay, so we analyze the coaching for performance and fitness and the use of technology and supporting professionals which help develop an athlete. When we would go back to in your very first page, oh sorry, that's doing the module land page, you will see that here are definitions of what they mean by being asked. So analyze, present the outcome of methodical and detailed examination by breaking down the theme, topic or situation in order to interpret and study the interrelationship between the parts and or of the information of data to interpret the key trends and interrelationships. So analysis could be through activity, practice, written or presentation. So when we look at these, we have analysis, okay, or analyze, sorry. If we look back at, there's explain, so there was, so we go down here, we look down here and it'll tell us what explain. So give an account of the purposes or reasons. Describe, go back and we can find describe is here. Okay, so give an account including all the relevant characteristics. So what I really kind of encourage you to do is look at what the definition of analyze would be and then get all that information, and it's looking at the interconnections between skills, professional qualities, best practice and methods, and also technology used. If we can integrate all those together and how they work with each other and how they complement each other, then all of a sudden you are starting to analyze, which means you're getting your distinction mark in that in that assessment. Okay, this is then some coaching. Okay, so this is some journals, or their journals are here that you can get, and I'll show you that in a different video. And these are books that you could use, and again I'll show you how you get these in a different video. Okay, and there's websites that you can go and use. Some are very good, some are not. No, they're not overly brilliant, but you can use lots of different things. Okay, when you are ready to go, okay, there is what will come up on your submission. Okay, so when you have an attempt, you'll see that this is the that is your criteria that I'm assessing you for. All right, and in the comments, it'll be saying yes, you described the performance and the fitness, or yes, you've analyzed, or no, you didn't, and you get feedback in this area here. Okay, and that's the front cover sheet. So you can see that this is actually ready to go, but I pasted it in here anyway. So if I was to hit try again, because I've already used this as an example, well, now we get to what will look like when you go to hand this in. Okay, so you can see the cancel attempt 2 or submit assessment. When you go down to the bottom of the page, you just click a file, find it on your documents. Okay, so we can find it there, and then you just hit that, hit OK, and then you would look to submit assessment. Sorry, you have to say that this is your own work, that you have certified the work is yours. Okay, so you haven't taken it off internet, you haven't taken it off other people's work. You click that and you hit submit, and that's as easy as it comes. Okay, so that's how you submit these assessments. I'll just delete that off there because this is just an example. If there's any questions again on this, ideally when we look at the module landing page, or if we just want to go back to return, we want to go and look at other resources. You can see here there's a user specification. I'll talk about in a different video. There's coaching session plans. Again, all the buttons, just click return. If you want to go out of this module, you click home. That takes you to the module landing page, and then you can go to each of your other each of the other units landing page. Okay, so each of them will have a very similar look, and each of them will have their PowerPoints up online. Okay, and if they aren't, then we just ask again, contact me, and I make sure these get up free. Okay, if there's any questions, again, come back to me through Nathan Moore at belfastmet.ac.uk, and I will ensure that these are all ready for you. Okay. Hopefully, good luck in the course so far. All right. Thank you. Bye bye.